Comfort is the silent killer of dreams. It feels safe, it feels easy, it feels familiar, but it is the very thing that keeps you trapped in the life you are desperate to escape. Every time you choose comfort, you are choosing to stand still while the world moves forward. Comfort convinces you to settle when you were built to rise. It tells you to stay quiet when your voice was made to shake the ground. Comfort whispers, rest, stay, wait. But what it really means is give up, surrender, stop growing. The truth is no one builds greatness in comfort. No empire was born in safety. No legend was created by playing small. Growth demands friction. It demands resistance. It demands that you push yourself into the unknown. If you are waiting for things to feel easy before you take action, you will wait forever. Nothing extraordinary ever comes from the comfort zone. Think about it. Every breakthrough in history happened because someone stepped into discomfort. Entrepreneurs who risked their security. Leaders who faced ridicule. Fighters who kept going when their bodies begged them to stop. The comfort zone produces excuses. Discomfort produces growth. And yet, most people live their entire lives within the walls of their comfort zone. They convince themselves that average is good enough. They silence the hunger inside of them. They exchange potential for predictability, ambition for safety, fire for routine. And one day they wake up realizing the years are gone, and their dreams are buried beneath the soil of comfort. But you are different. You are not here to live a life that feels safe but empty. You are here to live a life that is hard but meaningful. You are here to step into the storm, to embrace the discomfort, to sharpen yourself against challenge until you become unbreakable. Comfort will lie to you, telling you that tomorrow is a better day to begin. But tomorrow is a trick. Tomorrow is how comfort steals your future. The only day you own is today. And if you want transformation, you must step outside the zone that keeps you trapped. Understand this. Comfort is addictive. The more you give in, the harder it becomes to escape. But discomfort is also addictive. Once you taste the power of growth, once you see the strength born from pushing limits, you will crave it more than safety. The struggle becomes fuel. The pain becomes purpose. The grind becomes glory. So ask yourself now, do you want comfort or do you want growth? Because you cannot have both. Comfort will give you a quiet life, but growth will give you a powerful one. Comfort will let you survive, but growth will make you unstoppable. Comfort will give you rest, but growth will give you meaning. And when the final chapter of your life is written, meaning will always outweigh comfort. Comfort zones are prisons dressed up as safe havens. They whisper promises of ease, security, and predictability. But underneath those soft words is a silent trap that robs you of your potential. Staying in comfort feels warm for a moment, but it costs you opportunities, growth, and the greatness that waits on the other side of fear. The truth is simple. If you want to change your life, you must be willing to break free from what feels familiar and walk boldly into the unknown. Every comfort zone begins with repetition. You do something once, it feels safe. You do it again, and soon it becomes your routine. The brain, always craving efficiency, tells you to stick to what is known, because known equals safe. But the problem is this: what is safe rarely leads to transformation. Comfort is good for recovery, but destructive for growth. Athletes don't get stronger by lifting the same light weights every day. They grow by adding more resistance, by pushing past their limits, by embracing discomfort. Life works exactly the same way. Ask yourself this: how many dreams have died because someone chose comfort over courage? How many ideas never saw the light of day because fear of failure kept them locked away? The graveyards are filled with untapped potential, with lives that could have been extraordinary but remained average because comfort was chosen over risk. And that is the harsh reality. You either suffer the discomfort of growth now, or you suffer the regret of never becoming who you could have been. Breaking free from the comfort zone requires a mindset shift. You must rewire your relationship with discomfort. Instead of seeing it as pain, see it as progress. Discomfort is not your enemy, it is your compass. It points you toward the areas of your life that need expansion. When you feel that resistance, when your heart beats faster and your mind whispers excuses, that is the exact place you are supposed to be. Growth does not happen when you are relaxed. It happens when you are stretched. The first step in escaping comfort is awareness. Most people don't even realize they are stuck because comfort disguises itself as normal life. They wake up, follow the same routine, repeat the same conversations, and never notice the cage around them. You must wake up and ask yourself, am I living or am I existing? Am I challenging myself daily or am I playing the same script on repeat? Awareness cracks the illusion, and once you see the cage, you can choose to step out of it. The second step is small, deliberate actions. Many people get inspired and try to leap out of their comfort zone all at once, but then fear overwhelms them and they retreat even deeper. True transformation happens one step at a time. Say yes to something that scares you a little. Speak up in that meeting. Start the project you've been avoiding. Wake up an hour earlier. Small wins create momentum, and momentum destroys comfort zones brick by brick. The third step is embracing failure as fuel. Comfort zones keep you safe from failure, but they also keep you safe from success. You must be willing to fail, and fail often, because every failure is feedback. Failure is the tuition you pay for success. It is not the end, it is the beginning. The most successful people in history are not the ones who avoided failure, they are the ones who used failure as stepping stones. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before the light bulb worked. Every failure was not wasted energy, it was progress. And so it is with you. If you want to grow, you must be willing to stumble, to fall, to learn, and to rise stronger. The fourth step is surrounding yourself with challengers, not comforters. The people around you will either fuel your growth or trap you in mediocrity. If you surround yourself with those who always choose easy paths, you will feel justified in staying small. But if you surround yourself with those who challenge you, who push you, who refuse to let you settle, you will rise. Iron sharpens iron, and you need people who are willing to sharpen you. Choose environments that demand your best, because environments shape behavior more than intentions do. The fifth step is creating rituals that disrupt comfort. Comfort thrives on autopilot, so you must build routines that shake you out of stagnation. Cold showers, tough workouts, daily reading, journaling, these are not just habits, they are reminders that growth lives outside of ease. Every time you do something uncomfortable on purpose, you teach your brain that you are capable of more than it thinks. You train yourself to chase growth instead of running from it. Remember this truth. Life is not meant to be easy, it is meant to be meaningful. And meaning is born in struggle, in effort, in sacrifice. Comfort gives you nothing but temporary relief, but discomfort gives you strength, character, and the kind of fulfillment that lasts a lifetime. When you look back years from now, you will not remember the nights you sat comfortably doing nothing. You will remember the battles you fought, the fears you faced, and the mountains you climbed. That is what makes life worth living. So the question is not whether you will face discomfort, it is whether you will choose it willingly or let life force it on you. Because life will test you. Pain is inevitable, but growth is optional. If you step outside your comfort zone intentionally, you control the process. You shape the pain into purpose. If you wait for life to push you, the lessons will come harsher, and the cost will be higher. Choose your struggle before it chooses you. No comfort zone means no limits. Every time you break through, your world expands. What once terrified you becomes normal. What once felt impossible becomes routine. And with each expansion, you discover a deeper version of yourself, one that is stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever imagined. This is the beauty of discomfort. It reveals the hidden layers of your power. So let today be the day you draw the line. Refuse to settle for comfort. Refuse to shrink yourself to fit inside walls that were never meant for your greatness. Step boldly into the unknown, knowing that on the other side of fear is freedom. Your best self is not in the safety of the known. It is waiting for you in the fire of the unfamiliar. And if you want to meet that self, you must be willing to risk, to fail, to hurt, and to grow. This is the law of transformation. Comfort kills, but courage creates. No comfort zone. No excuses. No retreat. Only forward. When you make the decision to step outside your comfort zone, you are not just changing habits, you are rewriting your destiny. You are telling yourself and the world that you will no longer settle for survival when you were built for significance. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die, but the zone of courage is where they are resurrected. Every time you break the walls of comfort, you step closer to the life you were born to live. Greatness has never lived in comfort. History remembers the men and women who were willing to endure the storm. Warriors, visionaries, leaders, inventors, artists, they all shared one common trait. They refused to play it safe. They knew that comfort was easy but empty, and discomfort was hard but rewarding. You cannot climb mountains from the safety of the valley. You must risk the climb, endure the cold, and keep moving when every muscle screams to stop. That is what makes the summit so breathtaking. Ask yourself, what do you truly want from this life? Is it comfort or is it greatness? If it is greatness, you must be willing to give up the temporary ease of today for the eternal reward of tomorrow. Success is rented, and the rent is due every single day. You must pay with effort, with discipline, with sacrifice. Comfort makes you forget the rent, but discomfort reminds you to keep paying. That is why discomfort is your ally, your teacher, your path. Living beyond limits means choosing challenges on purpose. Instead of waiting for life to test you, you seek the tests. You set bigger goals. You chase bolder dreams. You refuse to accept mediocrity. You train your body when it wants to rest. You feed your mind when it wants to wander. You sharpen your spirit when it wants to quit. Every choice to step outside the zone strengthens your will, and your will is the most powerful force in your life. But let's be clear, this journey is not easy. It is not glamorous. It is not for the faint of heart. There will be days when you want to give up, when the pain feels unbearable, when you wonder if it is worth it. And in those moments, comfort will call you back. It will whisper promises of ease and rest. It will try to seduce you into returning to smallness. That is when you must remember why you started. That is when you must remember that comfort costs more than discomfort ever will. Comfort costs you your future. Living beyond limits also means embracing uncertainty. The unknown is uncomfortable, but it is also where magic happens. Every invention, every breakthrough, every revolution began in uncertainty. The Wright brothers did not know if they would fly. Steve Jobs did not know if Apple would succeed. Nelson Mandela did not know if freedom would come in his lifetime. They all stepped into uncertainty, armed only with courage and vision. That is the model you must follow. Step into the unknown, because that is where your future is hiding. You must also learn to adapt. When you step outside the comfort zone, you will face challenges you have never faced before. That is the point. Discomfort trains adaptability. You learn to think on your feet, to solve problems, to rise when plans collapse. Adaptability is the true superpower of those who live without comfort zones. Life will throw storms, but storms do not scare those who have already chosen discomfort. Storms only sharpen them. Another truth about living beyond limits is this: your comfort zone is contagious. If you break yours, you inspire others to break theirs. Your courage becomes a spark. Your choices become a blueprint. People are watching you, and when they see you rise, they begin to believe they can rise too. That is how movements are born, how generations are changed, how legacies are built. Your refusal to settle is not just about you, it is about everyone who will follow in your footsteps. So what is the closing lesson? It is this: no comfort zone is not just a slogan, it is a way of life. It is a declaration that you will no longer bow to fear, that you will no longer waste your life in the cage of ease. It is a promise to yourself that you will live fully, fight bravely, and push relentlessly. The comfort zone may look safe, but safety is an illusion. Growth is the only safety, courage is the only protection, and purpose is the only true life. Now here is your charge. Step forward. Do the thing you have been avoiding. Say yes to the challenge that scares you. Start the project. Take the leap. Face the fear. Break the routine. Disrupt the comfort, and claim the growth waiting on the other side. Let today be the day you refuse to be small. Let today be the day you trade comfort for courage. And when your mind whispers that you are not ready, answer back with truth. No one is ever ready. Readiness is built in action, not in waiting. You do not wait to feel courageous, you act, and courage grows inside you. You do not wait to feel prepared, you step forward, and preparation reveals itself in the process. Waiting is the enemy. Action is the cure. So rise now, walk out of the cage. Choose discomfort. Choose growth. Choose life. Because when you live beyond limits, you unlock the highest version of yourself. You become unstoppable, unshakable, unforgettable. And one day, when you look back, you will not regret the pain, the fear, the failures. You will only regret if you stayed safe, if you stayed small, if you never took the risk. No comfort zone, no retreat, no excuses. Only growth, only greatness, only forward. This is your call to arms. This is your defining moment. And when the world asks who you are, let your life answer clearly. I am the one who refused comfort. I am the one who embraced the fire. I am the one who lived without limits. Now go, live it.